Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Eliali. In this incarnation, we officially have Mercury retrograde in Aries. I wanted to remind you that this involves our communication not only with the external things, conversations, but also the inner dialogues and the things that we are processing. Usually at the beginning of the retrogradation, it is when Mercury it is still stationary, when the misunderstandings can occur, or imperfections with the things that we use as a means of connection, electronic devices, transports, electric connections from a place, because electricity is Uranian, but the circuit that we use to connect things responds to Mercury. So the retrogradation goes until April 7th. I talked about this already. I'm not going to get deep in the retrogradation of Mercury in the last video of Venus and Mercury, because they are walking very, very close of each other. But in its success, this is a moment of revision and greater understanding. I love retrogradations of Mercury, in fact. It is a moment to identify the things that we could have said from a place of impulsivity, experiences that we want to initiate, but perhaps they require adjustments or transcending all paradigms inside of us. It is pretty common that people from the past or situations from the past are returning, just like with Venus retrograde, but generally this doesn't mean in every case. It is to give a closure, to integrate something, or to recognize what cannot be part of our path of greater evolution. So today I wanted to talk about something very important, because there are a lot of manifestations. This is perfected in a few days. It is part of the next week, and it is the conjunction between the Sun in Pisces and the North Node with Neptune in Pisces too. So the Sun is our identity, our vital force. And in this encounter with the North Node and Neptune, there is a dissolution of a layer of our identity to reconnect much more with our essence, which is also represented by the Sun. It is this expression that I use many times, the higher dimensions of our soul. So this is an extension of the eclipse energy. We are invited to express ourselves in a new form that enables us to find our center, to irradiate our light, to be more aware too of certain aspects. So this could be linked with a new creative way that we want to implement. Pisces is so related with arts of different kinds, but for all the people, this is going to be linked with arts. Creativity, it is not limited to art. And art, it is also not limited to fit in certain closed concepts. In fact, many people that we investigate astrology, I think that we are going to coincide that interpretation of the language of the sky involves, it is an art because it involves many technicisms too, but also symbols and sensitive perceptions that open up the way to greater comprehensions. So this is something very Piscean. Well, in the end, with creativity, I am referring to whatever thing you want to create, but also the Sun together with the North Node and in opposition with the South Node, every planet, every luminar that contacts, here, aquí, I am mixing languages, that contacts with the North Node, it is creating an opposition with the South Node in Virgo. So something that we need to leave behind to get in that evolutionary pulse, it is something that we need to do. So the presence of Neptune, it is also this call to feel. It is just as simply as that, how you are feeling, sharing with those people, how you are feeling in those situations, doing those kind of things, because from what we are feeling, for example, if we are experimenting tiredness, low energy, apathy, suffering. Many times the expression of Neptune could be this unlimited sadness. Those could be signals of habits, spaces, and internal dialogues that we have made identity in, that they are not adding they are not allowing us to connect with our essence. So inspiration, vital energy, feeling moved in this good sense, when we are moved by a song, for example, or just feeling sustained by the cosmos, even if there are circumstances that could produce sadness, because humans are complex. It is not about one polarity or other, but also being sustained, feeling sustained by the cosmos. It is also being connected to the certainties of the soul. So Neptune, it is calling us to let go of escapisms, situations that we could use as escapisms, self-deceit, these illusions, mirages that are sustained because that is what the mind wants, but not because we are actually listening to our heart. It is a moment to liberate ourselves from the expectations that we could project to other people and to ourselves, to ourselves that actually are disconnected from reality, are far away from reality. And also this contact, it is about those dreams that many times we are waiting for life to bring to us, but we are not taking an actual initiative. So this conjunction, it is also about doing something to create those things that we want to create, and also could imply this sense crisis, because the soul and the life is guiding us. They are guiding us through a path that doesn't fit in the limited logics of the mind. And this doesn't mean that logic it isn't something that it serves, because that is an extremist polarization. Virgo represents this sorry, I need to know this word. This storage, yeah, I remembered. This storage of information that we can use to make our processes to function. But what happens, it is that Virgo is not, it's south node right now. It is south node. So many of that information that we have, they are actually programmings that are not going to serve for this next phase or to assume this new step. So that is very, very important, because that could be a limiting thing in order to flow with the path. Neptune, it is about letting go of that the mind has to have the control of everything, and to simply surrender to what life is bringing. Because life is opening up something new for everyone in a different way, but that new cannot open its way if we are creating this barrier with our mental limitations. If you are too much sensitive or emotional, that is totally natural with these transits. So not every emotion needs to be explained. It is about letting them transit like oceanic waves. So I just want to leave this message. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.